Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
Thunderstorms fading, but this is just the first of many chances that we got this week, plus some unseasonable warmth coming along with it.
With the state expanding eligibility to everybody 16 and up, the race to get a shot is on. Coming up, we'll show you some of the folks we met in Sterling Heights who braved the elements to get their vaccines.
But we're going to begin with a surge in coronavirus cases, a two-day total of 10,293, putting the total number of coronavirus cases in Michigan over the 700,000 mark. 21 more deaths also being reported over these last 2 days.
The average from that total comes to 5,100 cases per day.
And that's even during this Easter holiday, showing this trend just not letting up. Let's kick off our coverage here at 5 with Dr. Frank George and his reaction to the numbers. Doc?
Well, you know, Devin and Sandra, you certainly don't need a degree in public health to know this is bad. And unfortunately, this is completely consistent with the acceleration in numbers that we've seen over the past few weeks that has frankly put Michigan, and particularly Southeast Michigan, and the thumb on the national leaderboard for new COVID cases. Now, honestly, you guys know I am not an alarmist, and I'm always going to try and maintain some perspective. But I got to tell you, I feel like a weatherman telling everyone that the winds are picking up, and if they keep in this direction, we are headed for a hurricane here in Southeast Michigan. And even though the state is not declaring a state of emergency, we need to hunker down and protect ourselves. The biggest difference between this and the hurricane analogy is that unlike in a hurricane, we can actually stop the storm with our actions, but frankly, we need everyone on board. Back to you.
No doubt. All right, Doc, more coming up.
Thanks, Doc. From new cases, we turn now to the vaccine. The state reports more than 600,000 new doses have now been distributed to Michigan. That brings the total to 5.6 million. 4.7 million shots have already gone into arms. That huge shipment comes at the perfect time, with the state opening up eligibility to all Michiganders 16 and over.
Yeah, so now the push on to get all of Michigan vaccinated. We head to Grant Herms tonight, and you ran into some young people getting their first dose, Grant.
Yeah, most of the folks we saw today were in that new eligibility range. That new expansion really a starting gun for this race to get vaccinated. The folks we talked to in Sterling Heights battling the elements today at a shot to get vaccinated. Standing in the rain, umbrellas in their hands, hoping for vaccines in their arms. Hundreds showing up to get their shot at one of 800 vaccines. This here behind me is the end of one of the lines here at this Sterling Heights walk-in vaccine clinic. This line is so long it wraps all the way next to the road, all the way around the building, and then it comes up to the front door here, where that is the end of the line for all these people who've been waiting for quite some time in the wind and the rain, hoping to get their shot at getting a vaccine today. Many of these people waiting for hours. The clinic director saying the first person showed up in line at 5:15 in the morning. The site didn't even open until 9:30.
It's been a long wait, but it's worth it. Yeah. I'm almost up there, so.
40-year-old Laurie Chenault had been waiting for almost 3 hours when we caught up to her.
It feels amazing, actually. I've been waiting for this moment for a very long time, so I'm excited about it. The rain is not going to stop me, obviously.
A little cold, just a little bit.
We also found 16-year-old Matthew, one of the youngest people in line.
You know, gotta get that vaccine. You know, don't want to be getting tested every week for sports. I want to keep everyone safe in my school, keep everyone safe, no matter what the cost, even if it means freezing out here. Yeah.
But not everyone was so keen to wait. Nancy, who was there with her young daughter, leaving without a vaccine, hoping the rain would go away so she could come back another day.
I'm just a little bit disappointed because it's like it's raining and the lines are long, and I guess I'll come back on Wednesday. You know, there's nothing I can really do right now.
Well, the good news for Nancy and folks like her who didn't get a chance to get in line today, we've got a full list of when, where, and how to get your vaccine, whether it's an appointment or it's a walk-up, up right now on clickondetroit.com. Back to you.
All right, Grant. Now to the city of Detroit, and despite plenty of access to vaccines, the city has the lowest vaccination rate in the metro area and is way lower than the rest of the state.
And to fix that, Mayor Duggan is mobilizing vaccination clinics across the city, not just hubs at TCF and the Northwest Activity Center. They're going to be popping up now in all parts of the city. Mara McDonald shows us how it's all going to work.
Sandra, Devin, the mayor making it abundantly clear that Detroit's positivity rate is mimicking the state's positivity rate in that it is skyrocketing, which explains why the city of Detroit is taking its vaccine show on the road.
Right now, the state of Michigan is far and away the most dangerous place to be if you're concerned about getting COVID.
And the mayor equally blunt that Detroit is not adequately vaccinated to protect itself from the wave of infections coming down from the thumb, despite having plenty of access to vaccines.
We are not sufficiently vaccinated to protect ourselves against what is coming and what we are experiencing.
Statewide, 35% have been vaccinated. Detroit is at 21%.
And because we have lower protection, as that virus spreads down through the thumb and into the city of Detroit, more and more of our citizens are going to be hospitalized.
Duggan is pleading with Detroiters to get vaccinated and to make the process even easier than it already is. There are going to be neighborhood vaccination clinics starting next week. Take a look at the full schedule. These are all in addition to the TCF Center as well as the Northwest Activity Center. The city trying to remove any barrier to getting the vaccine.
We have the tool to beat this thing, and we need to do what our wealthier neighbors are doing, which is take advantage of the vaccine.
When you consider that the city of Detroit's positivity rate was at 2% last month and it is at 16% today, and that hospitalizations have tripled, you can understand Duggan's plea. Sandra, Devin, back to you.
All right, Mara, and in fact, we've posted a complete list of the pop-up vaccination sites around the city. We've posted it on clickondetroit.com.
More than 100 million Americans have received at least one dose of the coronavirus vaccine, but the goal of herd immunity being threatened by this potential of a fourth wave of the virus. Alice Barr has the newest information on what's turning into a race against the clock. Good evening, Alice.
Good evening. This Easter weekend saw another spike in travel that health experts are hoping won't contribute to a dangerous surge in COVID cases. For the fourth straight week, U.S. coronavirus cases are trending upward amid record spring break travel and loosening restrictions in many states.
Cases are increasing nationally, and we are seeing this occur predominantly in younger adults.
Health officials believe contagious new variants are driving the increase. They're urging caution as more schools reopen.
Many outbreaks in young people are related to youth sports and extracurricular activities.
Leading health experts are divided over whether we're headed for another major surge as vaccinations are hitting a record pace. The U.S. is now averaging more than 3 million shots a day, hitting 4 million in a single day for the first time this weekend.
So we're headed in the right direction. The worst thing we could do right now would be to mistake progress for victory.
The Senate's top Republican appealing to one group that's among the most reluctant to vaccinate, Republican men.
I'm a Republican man. I want to say to everyone, we need to take this vaccine.
President Biden today acknowledging Americans' pandemic exhaustion in an Easter address without the traditional egg roll.
The virus is not gone, and the second year in a row, most will be apart from their families.
Still, hope on the horizon, largely pinned on the efforts to get shots in arms of as many Americans as possible. The CDC also today easing fears that you can contract COVID-19 from a contaminated surface, saying the risk of transmission that way is low. In Washington, Alice Barr, Local 4.
Okay, Alice, well, after a weekend full of sunshine, we kick off the work week with clouds and rain, fitting for going back to work sometimes.
Definitely gloomy today, but we have seen a few peaks of sun as well. Let's get over to Ben now. And Ben, we're not done just yet, right?
Yeah, we've got a pretty unsettled forecast here, Sandra and Devin. It's going to last all week. In fact, we really can't say any day this week is going to be completely dry. And we had a couple of those thunderstorms. You probably heard those out there close to Ann Arbor. They weakened pretty quickly, and even that rain is gone now. The stuff that was out there to the west is weakened as well, but maybe bringing a couple showers in here to the south zone in the next hour. Otherwise, as we get closer to sunset, this stuff is going to wane pretty quickly and should leave us dry tonight. Darker clouds in the background, but we are seeing some sun, and temperatures have hit 60 in Howell. In fact, there are places that have been in the mid-60s, but everybody gets warmer tomorrow. Our warmest days of the forecast are coming, but the big impacts are coming on Thursday and Friday. That's the most likely chance of rain. We'll time it out and give you a sneak peek of the weekend in just a few minutes, guys.
All right, Ben. Police are looking for a man who shot 3 people on Detroit's east side. Happened this afternoon on Fairview near East Warren Avenue. Police say a fight broke out and someone started shooting and then took off. 1 person died at the scene. 2 people are in critical condition. So police say they are looking for an older model gray Chrysler Sebring. 5 people were inside the vehicle at the time of the shooting. Police continue to investigate.
A semi-truck crashes on I-96, forcing crews to shut down parts of the freeway there. It happened this afternoon on I-96 East between Inkster and Middle Belt. Police say the semi crashed into the median wall. Gas started leaking. The front of the truck completely destroyed. No injuries were reported, though, and we're still not sure exactly what led to that crash. Crews are still out there cleaning up the scene.
Much more to come here on Local 4 News at 5. Let's check in with Paula.
Tough decisions for school districts trying to balance spring break with a safe return to school, and the calculus is unsustainable as the numbers in Michigan continue to rise.
I'm Hank Winchester. Help me, Hank. We're here at Detroit Metro. If you fly Delta and if you live in Detroit, you likely do. Some big changes around the way. I'm going to break it all down for you coming up in my Help Me, Hank report.
Police Chief James Craig and the family of a fallen officer are outraged after a Wayne County judge allowed a suspect to be released on a low bond. Officers say they're offended. The family says they're heartbroken and hoping the judge will reconsider.